Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I choose my colors and how I do a ring pour. My colors, well, today I want to try something with purple, and as you start to know me maybe, I like to use contrast colors. So as you can see it here, I use green, so I add orange. Then here I have my bluish color, so I put some red. And then here purple, orange, oh, you can hardly see it, but whatever. So I like to use contrast colors. So since I'm going to use purple, I am going to use yellow. Yellow is the contrast color of purple. So here we go. I am going to use 2 cups to layer my paints because I want to have 2 rings or 2 ring pours on my small canvas. And as you can see, I'm using a used canvas which I sanded down before and put a layer of gesso over it, so it's ready to receive another layer of paint. So as you can see, I already gave the sides a little bit of color because I had that problem before. When I don't do that with the ring pour, the paint still goes over the edges and then it drags the paint down. So then you have like the sides of the canvas just peep through the paint, and I don't want that. So that's why I gave it already a layer. So how do I start with putting the paint in my cup? I start with a little bit of white, just to make sure that at the end it's always cool when there's a little bit of white coming out. And also because whatever color that I really want to be on my canvas, it doesn't stay in my cup. So it's fine, a little bit of white. So I layer my paints on top of each other, and I do that by pouring on the side of the cup, pouring the paint on the side of the cup. So then it flows slowly to the bottom and then it layers on top of the other color. So I don't want my colors already mixed. I want my colors to be really rings on my canvas and not just one whatever color. So that's why I do it like that. As you can see, I only put a little bit of yellow. The reason for that is yellow is very present. It's a very saturated color, a very pure color, compared to the purple, which is already a little bit of darker and it's already a mixed color. So the yellow is pure compared to the other color, the purple, so it will really stand out. And if you put too much yellow, it will just overtake your whole canvas and you will have a yellow canvas. And still there will be purple visual, but the yellow will be so bright in your eye that you will only see the yellow. So that's why just really be careful when you use a contrast color or a pure color, that it doesn't take over the whole canvas. Just start with a little bit. You'll see it will still take over. So as I tried to explain that before, it is the saturation of the color, which means it's the intensity of the color in an image. So for example, you can have a very big painting with a lot of darker colors or a lot of mixed colors, and then you put one teeny tiny bit of yellow. Everybody will see that teeny tiny bit of yellow. You will not see all the rest, but that will take your focus. So that's what is going to happen here if you put too much, and the little bit of yellow will be very visual. Okay, so now the pouring part. I am going to do small circular movements while I pour out the paint, just to have my circles. So that's what I do. So this is like a really patient job, because you want your circles to be really circles, and when you're like you want to rush it and you'll not have circles or whatever, it will not be good. So you have to be very patient and just wait until your cup is finished or empty. So that's it. Once you have your paint on your canvas, it's time to stretch it out. I'm not really looking for a real circle motion or a real circle on my canvas. I just like the rings. I just like the lines you see and all that. So I don't want like a perfect circle. I'm not going for that. So I have my 2 rings. So you just have to look while you're tilting where the weight of your paint is, because I don't want them going through each other. So you go to one side of the canvas and tilt it, and then you bring back the weight of the paint to the center of the canvas, and then you go to the other side. When you want your composition differently, yeah, you can start tilting the way you want it, and then sometimes it's fun when the weight of the paint is still at the bottom and when you tilt it to the other side, because then you get some squiggly lines, whatever. So yeah, you just do whatever you like. There's no like this is how it is and there's no other way, so just do it how you feel it's good. But this is how I like it, so yeah, I just start tilting and always keep my weight of the paint in mind. So when I'm done with the tilting and that I'm sure that is my composition, I'm not going to touch it anymore, then I just fix up my sides a little bit with the drip-offs of the paint that are on my plastic or whatever. I just use that to cover up my edges. And then it's waiting until it's dry and just hoping that it doesn't crack or whatever, that your paint is not too thick. Or that your layer of paint is not too thick on it. So yeah, that's how I do it. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll catch you next time. Bye!